What was your best class and what was your worst?
Oh, goodness. Well, my best classes was American Regional Cuisine. That was taught by Chef Bill Reynolds. He was teaching obviously a cuisine that you don't really become that familiar with all of the regional aspects, or you may be aware of some of them like barbecue, but then all the other things that drove that. So he was the perfect balance for me at the time between an old school formal chef and a little bit newer mindset of teaching different styles and new techniques and things. And so I really loved him as a teacher, and then that class and the content. The class that I liked least would have to be a storeroom. Getting up at that time, I was awakened by a clock radio, and I had my clock radio set at whatever station it was for the first day. I think you had to be in by, I want to say you had to be in by 5. So I set my alarm at 4:00, and I slept through it because there's nothing but static on Hudson Valley radio at 4:00. So please, and if my students listen to this now, they'll recognize that I am a stickler for timeliness. And so I was probably guilty. I had perfect attendance at the school, but I was late that day. And that kind of set the tone for the rest of my class with that teacher, and just was, I'd rather be cooking and happy stuff.
Right.
Storeroom, while important, purchasing and all of the specs for that. I did learn a lot in that class, but the professor himself was not good. Shall go unnamed.
You don't get to create, you don't get to eat, you probably don't, have that freedom. It's a little bit more dry, so I can imagine.
Absolutely. Yep.